because we get so close to filming. They don't want my voice on the soundtrack to their TV show while they're filming. Where we are taking if you have an emergency of any kind, pull the emergency cord down the center of the channel. Yes, please remain seated while our tram's motion. Keep your arms length inside this vehicle at all times throughout the tour. No, that's not good. There's no smoking allowed on the tram. You should know better, Frankenstein. Be prepared throughout the tour for just about anything, including loud noises, fire effects, sudden tram movements, and the likelihood of getting wet. There are several water effects today on the tour. Have your cameras out ready for pictures at all times, but do keep them well protected. We don't want them to get wet. And we are taking right now to the biggest and busiest movie studio in the world. Our driver today is JJ. Everyone yell, hi, JJ. We couldn't do it without him, and we are taking where some of Hollywood's biggest names come to work every day. Speaking of big Hollywood names, they don't get much bigger than the Oscar and Emmy award-winning actor stars such films as Ghost, The Color Purple, and Sister Act. So here to tell you how our studio first came to be, Hollywood A-lister, Miss Whoopi Goldberg.
Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. How do I look? Okay, fine. You're saying true Hollywood? Maybe. But if other studios can have a lion or a mouse or something, what is wrong with an Oscar-winning movie? Besides, I know all about this place. I shot my first movie here with Steve. Last century, Universal has been doing just that. I'll be back to check up on you guys a little later. I gotta go get a tanning bed because I'm so pale. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn things back over to your guy. I want you to have a great time.
We really are taking you to a movie-making city now. Great proof of that is you'll see a fire station on your right. That's a real fire station. It's not a fake movie fire station. We are set to big movie studio. In fact, our lot encompasses about 415 acres. We are so big we are our own city. We have our own zip code, therefore we have to have our own fire department, our own post office, our own police department. They're all here on the lot. So we really are taking you to a movie-making city as I speak. Be sure to check out our movie timeline. These are all Universal films. I am Dracula. Some recent productions to have filmed on Stage 12 are Live Free or Die Hard, starring Bruce Willis, and National Treasure Book of Secrets, starring Nicolas Cage. They are filming sequel to the first National Treasure. Take a look to your left, you'll see one of the busiest sound stages on our lot, Stage 25. Home to one of the most popular television dramas, CSI Crime Scene Investigation, starring William Peterson and Mark Helberg. CSI, the original, set in Las Vegas, films here on a regular basis. We have their permanent filming location. Well, everyone, we did momentarily answer your question. So we're filming CSI inside Soundstage 25, so I had to go off the microphone, so my voice did not go through the walls of Soundstage, although they are pretty soundproof. Our voices sometimes travel through, so that we're filming inside today. So that's pretty exciting. We just passed by a soundstage where they were filming. Take a look to your left, you'll see Stage 27, where not too long ago, Evan Almighty, starring Steve Carell, was filming. Take a look at your screens for a specific example of a scene from Evan Almighty that filmed in Stage 27. You'll see they had our animal actors waiting outside Stage 27. And the middle part of the arc inside, they had it surrounded with a blue screen so they could lay down computer effects. They brought our animal actors and Steve Carell inside. They did their filming. Once they put it all together with computer effects, this is what the final product can look like. Completely erases that soundstage. Pretty amazing what they can do. And now you just have what the filming for a movie can look like inside of a soundstage. But now it's time to change subjects.
From the big screen, small screen.
Aside from making memorable movies, NBC Universal has a long history of producing hit TV shows, many of which filmed right here on the Universal lot.
Our television history goes back all the way to 19...
Well, it's not. It could be because they're all inside those big sound stages or in these bungalows, which are kind of like cute little houses for writers and producers and directors making their movies or working deals with the studio. Which gives me an idea.
Excuse me, attention producers and directors, I have a great pitch for you. Fewer movies with giant monkeys, more movies with
Hitchcock is the director, such classic movies as Psycho, The Birds, Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest, Strangers on a Train, so many wonderful films. He was known for his film cameos. You can see he can be seen in just about every film he ever made. Take a look at your screens. Can you spot him in the following film clips?
My name is Alfred Hitchcock. We all go a little mad sometimes.
You now realize you're looking at the same exact sets in hundreds of different movies and television shows. Where right now we're turning on to the most popular film location here on our backlot. It is our New York Street, where hundreds upon hundreds of movies and TV shows have filmed throughout the years. These buildings you see on our New York Street, they may appear to be complete structures, but they're not. They're what we call facades. They're just the fronts and sides of buildings. We only build what the camera can see. Your imagination hopefully fills in the rest when you see these buildings on the big screen or the television screen. And what appears to be brick and stone and concrete on these sets is really just foam rubber and fiberglass. It's all a big illusion. Our sets can look pretty plain when we're not filming on them. As you can see, there's not much decoration to these sets, but when we do film, you see to your right, they are getting ready to film Frost Nixon. That's a new movie directed by Ron Howard, based on the Tony Award-winning play. And coming up on your left, you'll see our Brownstone Street with some trucks on it. That's a very popular movie station. Take a look, you may recognize it as Jim Carrey's home in the film Bruce Almighty.
No, Sam. That dog. Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good. Oh, you're done now.
B-E-A-U. Where we are now, we're in New York Street. So many productions that film Transformers, currently in theaters. The last 25 minutes of the movie was filmed here on New York Street. The big climactic battle action sequence. Ghost Whisperer, the TV series starring Jennifer Love Hewitt, films here on a regular basis. In fact, the star trailers you see here on New York Street are for that TV show. National Treasure, Book of Secrets, starring Nicolas Cage, was here not too long ago, and so was Starship Dave, an upcoming Eddie Murphy comedy. They were both filmed here, as well as Spider-Man 2, starring Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. While we do film on these exterior sets quite often, most of our filming is done inside of sound stages. Usually we don't take our guests inside. Today's a different story. We're taking you inside the sound stage. I hear one of the biggest stars in Hollywood awaits. Have your cameras ready? We are headed in. What's wrong? We just came in to see the sound stage. Is everything okay? Let's get it out of here. Get out of our go. Get the sound stage. Please remain calm. We're talking to this now. Wait a second. I think they started. For any other purpose other than filming, you can't walk inside them, you can't live inside them. They are just facades, and the reason they're lined with that corrugated metal on the back is so sunlight does not shine through the back of our facades and come out the front windows. Because if sunlight were shining through the buildings, it would give the audience watching the movie the impression that those buildings were not exactly real. That's why they have the metal there, and while that area does not appear to be much, we actually have transformed it into an industrial area or a shipping yard, a warehouse district for many TV shows throughout the years, with some clever camera placements and proper set decoration, barrels and so forth. Whenever you find a warehouse district, we can make that area into one of those locations as we transform just about every area of our Universal lot into a filming location if we can figure out how to do it. As we have the hill, take a look to your right. Behind that old bridge there on the hillside, you'll see a great example of eco-imagination at work. That vast array of GE solar panels was installed to conserve our natural resources as they provide power to the Universal lot. And you do want to get your cameras out, everyone, because in a few moments you will get an up-close look at some of our most recognizable big screens. Car is any vehicle on a set that can be seen by the camera. Some of these have become as famous as the stars who are driven. Guys are sure to recognize them. The Deathmobile from Animal House, the Ferrari 308 from the TV series Magnum PI. Hollywood secret, that is not a real Ferrari. It's the shell of a Ferrari on a Volkswagen model car. It always was. You'll see the Bluesmobile from the Blues Brothers, Biff's car from Back to the Future, and the famous DeLorean from Back to the Future. All these were used in the movies and TV shows. They're very exciting. I'm sure you guys recognize a lot of them. But while these picture cars, they may look like you could drive them down the street. Did anyone lose a shoe on the tram? Bring the cord, pull the emergency cord if you lost a shoe on the tram. Nobody lost a shoe? Last call for a shoe? Okay, everyone has their shoes.
I lost my shoe.
Someone on some tram lost a shoe. Thankfully it wasn't ours. But these picture cars, a lot of them do not have engines. Don't worry, your shoe is coming out of the way. Over the years, our picture cars have become bigger, badder, and faster as audiences have embraced their need for speed. A great example is our series of Fast and the Furious films. Your shoe's coming up on the right side of the tram, so.
Fast and the Furious.
Be sure to notify the man with the shoe that it's your shoe. Thank you so much. Alright, we're now taking behind the scenes to share some of the effects with picture cars and movies can come together. Welcome to special effects stage number 55. The Fast and Furious picture cars on your left are prepped and ready for today's test run, which, good news, you all get to be part of. The test run should begin in just a moment. So hang on to your shoes because it should be pretty exciting. Here we go.
Let's see the bullet hit. And go! Slow! Fire! Go! Okay, clear through. All systems check. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action!
Say hello to Climber and Cars Executive Motion Control Effects. Well done, guys. Take a bow. How about a round of applause? Maybe they'll show us some more moves. Now it doesn't get much better than Karma and Cars. Wish them luck. They have an audition for Dancing with the Stars next week. Hopefully they'll make it on. They are computer-controlled robotics. They can perfectly repeat those exact performances all day long without ever changing a step in their beat. And they use that technology for movies. They'll film it just like that, and then digitally remove the arms that the cars were attached to. Look like they're flying in mid-air for a crash scene. Well, we're going to say goodbye to Tokyo now because we're taking you to a jungle island off the coast of Costa Rica.
To Jurassic Park.
The sets and props you'll see on both sides of us as we enter Jurassic Park were used in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park films. On your right, you'll see a boat used in Jurassic Park 3. On your left, some in-gen set pieces from the Lost World Jurassic Park, among others, many dinosaur cages and so forth here. But now, I'm sure many of you see those, so you might be kind of nervous here in Jurassic Park, but don't worry. Dinosaurs are long gone from a lot there. In fact, they're entirely extinct, so we don't have to worry about anything except, of course, looking at the sets and props from the film, so do be sure to enjoy those.
Jurassic Park
By now, you probably have surprised dinosaur visitors. Would you believe me if I told you I've never seen them before? I didn't think you would. You know, in all those Jurassic Park films, weather plays a very integral role. It creates just the right mood. Here in sunny Southern California, where we do most of our filming, we really don't get a lot of weather other than the beautiful sunshine. So our filmmakers, they have to create rain, wind, snow, fog, all these sorts of weather effects. They've been doing it for years. They have very interesting methods. But wait, why am I telling stories about weather? I always forget I have access to America's
Island and Isla Nublar. We had your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Look, your screen owl's calling for a flash flood warning. Now, normally I would say that seems highly unlikely, but you know, we are in Hollywood, you never know what can happen, especially in the Universal Island. I did see some thunder and lightning, and oh, there's the rain seems to be right on cue. The trouble is because we are in Hollywood, and that rain is not real. It's not coming from the skies, it's coming from the overhead spring sensors out there, on top of those wood poles, just how we create rain for the movies. But do not worry about that flash flood warning. Like I said, we do create it, we control it. So weather guys, thank you, but you can shut the rain off now. Weather guys, can you hear me? This is Tour Guide Joe. I said you can shut the rain off. Oh no, everybody. They can't shut the rain off. Al might have been right with this flash flood warning after all. Keep your eyes open. I have a bad feeling about this. This rain is not letting up. Oh no, everybody. There it is, headed back to the plan. The flash flood. Take cover.
Woo! Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Take a look at your screen so you see for a big fat lie that filmed right here.
You can't outrun the wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
This area of our lot is Old Mexico. It's where Jack Black filmed Nacho Libre. An upcoming Farrelly Brothers movie to have The Heartbreak Kid starring Ben Stiller coming out the years October 5th of this year. Was here filmed a few months ago. And many TV shows throughout the years, including the very popular TV drama Without a Trace. Right now we are going to cross the border from Old Mexico to the Old West as we turn onto our Denver Street, the filming location for countless movie and television westerns. Some of the biggest western stars, like Jimmy Stewart and John Wayne, have filmed on these sets. Western fan. Now this street, our Denver Street, is the oldest street here at Universal. We've been filming here for the longest time. So do appreciate these sets, take a good look at them. So many westerns have filmed here throughout the years. But everyone, we are about to enter a quiet zone. They are filming an episode of CBS's The Unit up ahead, so I do have to go off the microphone. Keep your eyes open, cameras ready. You never know who or what you'll see here on the air. They are filming The Unit up ahead. I'll be back as soon as we're out of the quiet zone.
Countryside company गर्दा चाहिँ countryside fishing company चलाउँछ के अब आएको पनि लाग्छ यसलाई पेन्टिङ गर्छ नि त सुटिङ गर्नु हैन अनि पुरानैमा नि गर्छ नि त त्यही त पुरानो वसुल भयो उसको पैसा वसुल भयो हैन
Welcome back when we're out of that quiet zone. We're from the unit nearby. In fact, we'll get closer to that filming a little later. In a few minutes of the tour, we'll have to go through another quiet zone. But right now, you see some more of our western sets on your left, specifically our 6 Points, Texas, where a lot of filmings happen. A lot of people don't think we film our western sets anymore. That's not true. One of the last episodes of CSI this past season filmed in our western sets, our 6 Points, Texas, and so the movie Seabiscuit starring Joe McGuire and Jeff Bridges. And take a look to your left up here, you'll see where they're filming an Alka-Seltzer commercial. It's our underwater tank. You'll see this strange looking traffic with stairs on it here. What we do is we'll fill that tank with water, put our actors and props inside that tank, whatever we need to film underwater, while the crew, the director, most important the camera, they remain dry while they shoot through the hatches on the outside of the tank. As you see, they are obviously getting ready to film there today. So if you see an Alka-Seltzer commercial that takes place underwater, or there's a scene underwater, remember from on the Universal Law when you were here. Now you see the big white thing hanging over there under one thing. That's for light. That's for the lighting. The lighting guys will work on that. And the tank is probably filled with water, and they'll be filming. As you see, there's some diving out uniforms there. So they should be pretty exciting to see. Remember, the Alka-Seltzer commercial underwater is filming on the lot when you took the tour. And now, since we did just pass the bottom of the ocean, just by any area underwater, that gives you the great idea that movies are based on illusions. Another great example of that is the King Kong most recently seen on the big screen, directed by Peter Jackson. Take a look at your screens for an example. Part the waters! Oh, I hope it works. That was pretty good. It looks like something's happening here. Well, congratulations everyone. Give yourselves a pat on the back. It looks like we will be able to continue on with the tour. It's good. And the King Kong sets will be on your left as soon as our roadway clears. And then, now once we get out of this lagoon, we are entering another quiet zone, so I will have to be off the microphone. So be sure to have your cameras out, take a picture of these King Kong sets, and we will be passing by the filming in our little Europe of the CBS of the unit, so keep your eyes open, your cameras ready, you never know who or what you'll see. Enjoy these King Kong sets. Remember, these are the ones you saw in the clip from the film.
को फिल्म को पनि गएको थिएँ नि ढुङ्गै ढुङ्गामा गयो भने त जति भाइब्रेट दिइरहेको थियो यहाँले यिनीहरूले अन्य बिगार गरेपछि अब किन है यो पता लाग्यो तानेन यार I'm just relying on it. यो किङ कङ फिल्मको सुटिङ भएको ठाउँ यही रहेछ यो ठाउँमा यो किङ कङको पुरा शरीर उसको निकै ठुलो ताल यही हो है मस्त जङ्गल र पानी यही हो जहाँ समुद्र बनाएको छ र समस्या यहाँ गाडी उक्किएन गोडेन तानेन अब श्याम ओर्लेर धकाल्नु पर्ने स्थिति आएको छ श्याम धकाल्नु पऱ्यो नि धकाल्नु त किङ कङलाई बोलायो भने किङ कङले धकाइहाल्छ नि नर्मली है किङ कङलाई बोलायो गयो अब गयो हामी अगाडि बढ्दैछौँ अड्किएको थियो गाडी अब फोर्सले गर्दा हेभी पनि छ धेरै मान्छे बसिरहेको भएर यहाँ हेर्नुहोस् टन्न मान्छे छ होइन चिकनले हेरेर बसेर बोल्नै छोडेको गाडी तान्नु बोल्नु यो नयाँ बिल्डिङ चाहिँ
Welcome back where we are out of that quiet zone. We're in a sound saver. They're doing a pretty big movie, so you take a good look around. You'll see a set that is dressed and ready for. Everyone, I think it's just a California chair, but we get those all the time. Just the other night we had one. It'll pass to them. Just go with the big one. You better hang on, everybody. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Earthquake, the big one. It simulates an 8.3 earthquake on the Richter scale. Don't worry, it's only simulation. As you can see, everything is very normal out here. But after all that excitement, I know what you guys, I always feel like taking a little break, a little vacation at this point in the tour. I know just the place to go. That's a little town called Amity Island. And based on quite a bit terrorized by a giant, ferocious, green white man-eating shark. However, we just got word that they are getting ready to reopen the beach. It's been closed for a couple weeks now because they've been trying to get rid of that shark. So I can only assume, since they reopened the beach, that they caught the shark. We'll find out in just a moment. Amity Island is just around the corner. We're taking you there right now. On the water belongs to George. He's a police officer here at Amity. He's in the water right now. A nice guy. And oh no, there's another shark. They caught the wrong one. Oh, that happens too much here. Everyone, help me out. Yell for George, quick, George. George, get out of the water, swim to your boat. There's a shark. Oh no, we may have been too late. Thank you for your strong effort, everyone, in warning George. George, are you okay? Oh no, oh poor George. Oh, I'm sorry, but there's no hope for George, but there may be hope for us. I do think what we say behind these highly flammable, highly explosive gas tanks, that's where we're gonna stop the tram. Good idea, right? Hopefully Josh will take the bait on that yellow barrel out there. If he does, we may be safe, but at least we'll know where he is. No, he's taking the bait. Oh, he's taking the pier. Oh, I don't think this can get any worse for us. Ooh, it is worse. The dock is on fire. Keep your eyes on those flames. Those gas tanks explode. They could be done for. Oh, listen, those gas tanks may be ready to go. Keep your eye on that fire. Oh, that fire's not done yet. Sank to the bottom of the There's Steven Spielberg and Bruce, the mechanical shark. Despite their differences, the Bruce were across Jordan have all used that episode for filming television shows. And since we're on the subject of television shows, I hope that I have some Desperate Housewives fans on the tour, because we are about to pass the entrance to Wisteria Lane. This is where they film on a weekly basis throughout the television season, and they are filming on a lot today. They have been filming here for the past couple weeks for their upcoming 4th season. They have returned from hiatus. Wisteria Lane is on your left. The actual Wisteria Lane featured in every episode of the show. That's the entrance to Wisteria Lane right there. Take a look at your screens. You'll see how the sets have been seen and used on the hit television series, the #1 comedy, ABC's Desperate Housewives.
You're a bad banana with a greasy back.
Psychopath.
On your right, some of the actual Whoville sets from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That was one of the biggest productions ever filmed here at Universal Studios. They had near feet of styrofoam in total to create all of those Whoville sets, so it was a very big production. Those Whoville sets were all over our lot when they were filming. Now, as you look at Whoville, you may wonder to yourselves, why aren't there any Whos? That's a good question. I have a good answer. They have quite a menacing neighbor here on the lot. Our Whos live next door to Norman Bates. Oh no! Take a look to your right, everyone. Get your cameras out. Those are two of the most famous sets still standing in all of Hollywood. The Bates Motel and the Psycho House from Alfred Hitchcock's classic Psycho, starring Anthony Perkins and, albeit for a short while, Janet Leigh.
We have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
Well, since there's vacancies, everyone will stop and grab a shower at the Bates Motel. No one wants to take a shower? What am I told there to die for here? Did that change your mind? No? Hang on tight, have those cameras ready. Keep in mind we'll be stopping the tram, so please remain seated until we do. This set is what's left of the neighborhood where Tom Cruise hides out with his children in the film. That is an actual 747, which was destroyed specifically for this incredible scene.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
And please take your seats so we can now continue on with the tour. This set for War of the Worlds is one of the largest movie sets ever created. It rivals that of James Cameron's Titanic set, and they left it standing because they wanted you to see it. Usually when they finish filming a movie, they tear the movie sets down, put the set pieces into storage for use for another movie later down the road. But they wanted you to see this one not only because it is one of the largest movie sets, but they just don't make movie sets like this anymore with the technology available to filmmakers. They use miniature models like they did in King Kong, like you saw, or they will use a lot of computer images as to create the images of the sets. But as you guys see, Steven Spielberg is a fan of authenticity and wants realistic, authentic sets for his movies, and created such a large set for War of the Worlds. It's becoming a rare sight here in Hollywood. We horribly cursed, so we closed them off. No one has been inside them since, and we had no choice. We have to attempt to drive through here because we can't back these trams up. Okay, everyone, I lost my monitor. Okay, you guys cannot see me. I hope you can hear me, but we are in the mummy's tomb, and I hope we have nothing to worry about. I'm sure just fine. Well, some trouble with my microphone. Okay, now here, please remain calm. We are trying to get you out of here as fast as we can. Just panic, everyone. But I think you just put a curse on us. We are doing our best to get you out of here, so please remain calm. It's not as bad as it seems. Why are you guys looking at me funny? What happened?
Well, you know what I mean. Think of.
Well, I do thank you all for taking the tour today. On behalf of myself, our driver, JJ. Everyone yell, thank you, JJ.
Thank you, JJ.
And everyone here at NBC Universal, we hope that you enjoyed your exclusive behind-the-scenes Hollywood access.
Congratulations, I see you survived your Hollywood adventure.
And you guys face giant apes, killer sharks, hungry dinosaurs, earthquakes, floods, fires. It's time to take a bow.
So come join Billy and me on the red carpet
for an Access Hollywood premiere party.
Thanks so much for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of your day at Universal Studios Hollywood.
We'll see you in the movies.